recently there's been a struggle between the police and the senator representing Kogi West, Dino Melaye, over allegations of conspiracy and possession of illegal firearms. The lawmaker had, on 2 separate occasions, reported cases of assassination attempts on his life in Kogi to the police. However, he was later arrested at the airport. I think this happened yesterday or 2 days ago. And he was released on bail. They laid a siege on his house. He was picked up again, and on their way, he was picked up in Abuja on their way to Kogi. He jumped out of a moving vehicle, injured himself, was taken to the hospital, and he has been rearrested on his hospital bed. What are your views on this? You can call in 07080668014 or tweet to us at TVC Connect with hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Let me start with the lawyer.
There's a new movie in town. The movie name is Dino Melaye and the Nigerian Police. That's a new movie.
You know, there's something they normally say, sorry, let me cut you off. They say, where were you when something happened? You know, like when a particular big thing happened, where were you? Because this will forever go down in history. I mean, I was like this. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a prank.
Are not sympathetic because we think that Dino Melaye is a drama king.
He is.
Do you agree?
I agree.
I feel that if he were as distinguished as the title distinguished senator, I wonder what the fear was. I personally believe that the police might not even have a watertight case and that, you know, he had no reason to fear. But this drama of avoiding arrest, refusing to honor invitation to the police, you know, insisting on escaping by the senator's thugs, arranging some thugs to go and block the bus taking him to Lokoja, refusing to go to Lokoja, where the case in view was, you know, was found.
So let me remind us of some of the drama around him. You know that there's a recall process going on, right? That when they wanted to serve him that to tell him that there's a recall process going on. Remember, he avoided them. He went out through the back. Then he came out and shouted that they're trying to kill me. Then later, some people were arrested and they said they were arrested with firearms and said that Dino Melaye had sponsored them. He went on social media crying and said, no, this isn't true. After that, we saw him go to a wedding and policemen were shaking him. They didn't look like they were looking for him at the time. And Nigerians said, but maybe you people said there's a warrant on Dino Melaye's head. How come?
Warrant safe.
So how come he wasn't arrested? So all of this recent drama just really, truly seems like a video film.
I think he's hiding from something. I don't know why he's avoiding going back to Kogi for whatever reason, but I think his hands, my view, his hands are not clean. I also think that they are playing politics with all of this.
Because his hands are not clean.
How do you know, lawyer? Yes. Tell us. 6
people were arrested in Lokoja under a conspiracy of being in possession of firearms and a conspiracy to carry out a crime. They indicted him saying that he gave them a bag of containing AK-47 rifle and all that and an amount of money to go and carry out this crime. They've indicted him. If I was a distinguished senator in Nigeria, we walk into a police station.
Yes.
I don't know you people before. Don't come and dirty me. I never come see me like
exactly.
Don't put cocaine in my pocket.
And those 6 people disappeared.
Wait.
When
now
they disappeared,
I'm getting to the drama.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Now these 6 people suddenly disappeared.
Yes.
When there was a threat, they were rearrested, and now Dino has problems with the. He no longer trusts the justice system in Kogi State. He no longer trusts Lokoja as his state of as his capital. He doesn't want to go there. He wants to remain in Abuja. For
something
what?
we're not seeing is
for me, I mean, they say if it quacks like a duck, acts like, you know, it's a duck, and he's acting like a criminal.
Yeah.
You know, because yesterday when we were talking about it, I said, is he a criminal? Because, you know, they're just saying all these things about him. But for him to get down from a moving vehicle, he was ready to die. And I hear that he said,
what if he died?
Yes, what if he died? He would have said, this is what he would have said.
Jump out of the moving vehicle.
That he was pushed out.
He said he must have been pushed out.
No.
Now, because saying that it wasn't possible for him to be sandwiched between 2 security personnel and still was able to jump out. But when you have thugs in a, you know what do they call it? Interrupt the course of justice. That's a crime in itself. They stopped the bus from moving. He was able to then jump out, you know, confronting police. Why didn't they even put him on handcuff?
So something is happening.
If he was
That's
a
what
boy in
I'm saying.
Ajegule, he
Something
would
he's
be on
afraid of.
handcuff.
Yes.
Okay, so acting the adjunct provocateur on his behalf, what if he is innocent? And like you mentioned, he's afraid to go to Kogi for whatever reasons. We know that there's been a face-off between him and the Kogi State Governor, Yahaya Bello, right? So when these 6 people, the firearms were not found on Dino Melaye himself. Anybody can rope you up in Nigeria.
But why don't you go?
Hold on. How did those 6 people, not
Disappear.
1, not 2, disappear? He then threatened that if you say that I had firearms, you can't tell me that these people disappeared. They reappeared. So there seems to be a conspiracy.
What kind of conspiracy?
They might, I don't know about that. You know, I don't really like conspiracy theories. I don't like to work with that. I like to work with, you know, what
Facts
we
and
see.
figures.
Exactly.
Okay.
And here is a person who, you know, by all means, being a Nigerian senator, can afford all sorts of representation.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't he make sure that his cars filled with sands and everything were following him on his way to Lokoja? I don't understand. I remember when Saraki was being arraigned,
Yes.
you know,
He himself
was the
major escort.
leader of all the escorts.
I
He
also
should have
think-
arranged his
I
escorts
also
if he
think
was unsure. If he was unsure that this was an attempt to assassinate him on his way to Lokoja, if he had those people, he would have even had media come with him.
If you ask
So to me, there's something.
Okay,
He
let's take
likes all the attention.
Let's take our first phone call. Our caller has called in from Alagbado. How are you today?
Good morning. This is Tunji.
Tunji, thanks for
From
joining. Thanks for joining the conversation. Please go ahead.
Okay, my contribution about the Dino Melaye cases. This is a standing senator of the Federal Republic, and when he was acting all along with his drama and everything, we were not supporting him. He was making fun of the country. And he was thinking everybody was actually interested in his case. Now, when he had issues with the police force, he's acting like a baby. When it was all good and rosy for him, none of us youth were there. So whatever crime he has committed, he should face the music. There's not even an issue with his custody. They are killing people in Benue. That should be what we should be
My
discussing
brother.
now.
Thank you
In fact,
very
the
much.
police in Lokoja, they don't have work to do. They should be redeployed to Benue to go and add up to the one in Benue because those ones are overwhelmed.
Remember that the IG said that all policemen guarding VIPs should be withdrawn, and Senator Dino Melaye came out and said that it was targeted at him. Yes? Bisi, go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to say that the guy is an attention junkie. He likes attention. He likes drama. He likes he likes everything to be around him, because if he's actually claiming, if he's innocent as he claims, he should stand and face the law. He should stand and face the law. He should have
And
his day
I
in
believe
court,
that
and he
he's
should-
one person who can get off it.
Okay, so Yakub has called in from Dokpemu. Yeah. Yakub,
Good morning.
how are you today, sir?
I'm fine. Good morning to you all because of the time. And good morning to the beautiful audience in the studio. Let me just begin by saying that this our God. It is a generous God and then the judgment God. Why am I saying that?
Yes, sir.
He said, Dino Melaye, when the election come up in Kogi State, Faleke is supposed to be the governor of that state. Dino Melaye was the person in front to bring the governor of the Kogi State by now. Because that time, Dino Melaye was telling the citizens of Kogi State that the former Kogi State governor that is even in front of the election, that he campaigned vigorously, said that he's only campaign to the people, but God Almighty wants this person Kogi State governor. Now, what goes wrong comes wrong. Now, him and the governor of that state, they now have the risk now. If Dino Melaye knew that you are not doing anything wrong, why are you jumping out of the You face the law. If you
Thank you,
My
Yakub.
problem is...
My question to you, Nima, we all know that he should face the law, right? But what if there's just something there? What is the right thing to happen now?
If he should appear in front of the police, first things.
Okay.
And if everybody is being paraded, he should let himself be paraded.
Okay.
I am sure he can afford whatever class of lawyers. And if there's any iota of doubt of course, one iota of doubt means that he gets scot-free because a crime has to be proven beyond reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any reason to bring all this drama, and it's more painful for me to see the Nigerian police in a country where we know the police in certain states are overwhelmed, involve themselves in this drama that is happening.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. We can't afford this now.
I wish we could take a few tweets if you can, Nima. Go ahead.
Okay,
we need to round off.
Okay, I just also wanted to find out if, for example, he's paraded and they find out that he is not guilty. Does he have the right to sue them for damage?
Of course.
Being
So
paraded.
I mean, it
For
just
which
looks like
damages?
he,
That's
you
a
know,
false accusation.
Exactly.
Every suspect is now a norm
Yeah.
in Nigerian police. Every suspect is almost paraded every day.
Yes.
In Lagos, for instance,
No,
we
what I'm
get
saying is
people
that
paraded
that's
every day.
that's a what do you mean?
He has a ground.
Yes, he has the ground to even sue for
say-
damages if he's
Yeah.
falsely accused.
So two tweets
All the
quickly.
Samuel says, APC police want to kill Melaye for political reasons, nothing more than that. Wegon is saying that we should talk about Benue than Dino Melaye. Son of Awani says, how can Dino have had a scuffle with the police, jumped out of the car and be looking as cleaned up as he was on the stretcher? I beg, you don't think that we are that gullible?
So conspiracy theories
Seriously,
all
you go to
over.
Hollywood.
Okay, so we round off Dino Melaye and move on to more serious issues. We're going to take a short break. Right after we come back, we're going to discuss no PVC, no job. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Your View.
We're feeling our live audience today. Well done, well done. Okay, so thanks for staying with us. Nigerians on Twitter have been reacting to a tweet by a Twitter user who recently revealed how he disqualified 3 job seekers because they didn't have their permanent voters cards. Meanwhile, Imo State government also came up with a tendering with, if you do not tender your permanent voters card as a prerequisite for taking part in various activities in Imo State, you may be excluded, including receipt of salaries by civil servants. Meaning that if you're a civil servant in Imo State, you don't bring your PVC, no salary for you. What are your views on this? Please call 07080668014 or tweet to us at TVC Connect so we can read your tweets. So I know that it's our civic responsibility to vote, all of us, right? And we must ensure that all the young people and elderly people do the right thing, you know, to get us to vote.
Is it our civic responsibility?
Yes, it
to
is.
vote?
Yes, it is your civic responsibility. You are the ones who, the people bring in any government. And if you do not bring in the right government, you suffer.
I know what I'm saying.
Yes, it is. It's a right to vote.
It's a right to vote,
Yes.
which can either be exercised or not
Yes.
exercised.
So
it is
the-
your choice,
It's your civic
It's your
responsibility.
civic responsibility.
which
So
you
choose-
can exercise
choose
or
the
not
next leaders.
exercise.
Okay, so the question will go to you, Obiajulu.
Okay,
So
ma.
if you decide not to exercise your civic responsibility, would you feel that it was illegal to punish you by not paying your salary, or you were seeking a job and just because you not have your PVC on you, you were denied the job?
I'll feel it's illegal to punish me because, like a right to freedom of expression, freedom of religion, I can choose to worship or I can choose not to worship. I can choose to vote. Now, before I vote, let me give you a peek into the mindset of people who do not really come out to vote. I need to cast an intelligent vote. I might not have seen any candidate, like in the 2015 elections. I didn't see any worthy candidate from both the PDP and the APC, and there was no time for me to go and waste
May I
there.
just go
It
at
is
this-
my choice.
May I go at
It is my
Obiajuli's side?
choice whether to vote,
We are
whether
not
I want to
asking you
exercise my
to
right
vote
or not.
We are asking you to have the right where the instance opportunity presents itself to be able to do that.
That's it.
Get that
PVC.
PVC so that will allow you to be able to decide whether this is a credible candidate time or not, or this is a credible election time or not.
Let me go at both of you.
May I just finish? This can be discriminatory.
Okay.
And that is where I have a problem with it. Every method like this, every measure like this that is discriminatory is to the extent that it is discriminatory,
Be abused.
unconstitutional.
Okay.
And will be abused.
I wanted to go at you.
But she has
Both of you,
recovered.
Seth.
problem.
Miriam, I'll come
but
to you.
busy with our election, voting.
No,
we're asking
you are not getting.
the
You are not
rights
getting. You are not getting.
before-
Listen, we get you.
I will
We-
get the rights.
No.
But I can choose to either vote
exercise
or
it
not.
or
So,
not.
so the voting intelligently is why I'm coming at you.
I
Because
trust you.
I voted COA. I waited. If they did not count one COA in my ward, then they must have rigged the election because I voted COA.
Yeah.
I waited till they mentioned COA. One. And a lot of people said to me at the time that you wasted your votes. And I said that if all of us, there were 12 candidates, all of us thought we only had 2 choices. If all of us wasted our vote for a third candidate,
Or
that
a
third
fourth.
candidate may be the president today. Now going at you to say that we can get our PVCs and say, okay, I'm not going to vote. And we leave the room for them to even rig the elections. Because now 10 million people have PVCs, but only 10 people come out to vote on the day of voting. It means they can doctor the figures. Miriam, let me let you go.
My own is that it is wrong. I feel it is wrong to discriminate people for, to stop people from getting jobs or paying their salaries because they do not have PVCs. You need to find legal ways of having people get their PVCs. It's important
Even
to
though
have,
you're a civil servant?
even though you're a civil servant.
We're paying your salary
No. And then
as a civil servant.
And then Imo State.
You
please
refuse
now.
to do your civil duty.
Wait, especially Imo State, what is it now with people's salary? Yesterday you said you were going to
Pay
stop
money.
traditional rulers from their salaries if they don't give 3,000 naira. Now again, PVC, you are trying to stop their salaries. Leave these people alone. If you want to get people to get their PVCs, this is a big issue. First of all, we need to do people first. Credible elections. Do you understand? You will need to put when people vote, because we've heard it so many times. This is Nigeria, all parts of Nigeria, and we've heard how you vote for a particular person or vote, and then the person doesn't come out to be the person that you voted
a
for.
win or lose
So what you need to do first of all is to make sure that we have free and fair elections, and then you encourage young people. The other day, people were talking about Big Brother and how young people are involved, but they are not involved in elections. Let me tell you the way I see it.
It's not interesting.
You vote for the person that you want, and you see the person you voted win. And the person that wins gets the money, right? So what you want is that when you vote, the person you voted is the person you want to see on that seat. And then what he said he will do, he will do. Tomorrow when they call you to vote, won't you will vote? Please, vote.
It's a game of numbers. You vote one person, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the majority person. So the other people are also voting.
talking of elections now?
No, I'm just trying to explain how elections go.
Coming back
so
to-
that you vote
coming
a
back to
candidate
elections.
doesn't mean that candidate must win.
No, but-
you can make your vote count, like Jumoke. Stand and make sure it is counted.
That's it.
That's
Okay,
it.
no, I want to
You see
one vote,
how elections
one
are not
power.
free and fair. You know how elections are not free and fair. People vote, but they don't even wait for their votes to count.
Yes.
So when you vote, stay there. Make sure when it's counted, you see that your vote's counted.
Yes.
Was counted.
For this
But
you
you
It doesn't matter whether your candidate appears the
you
winner
put
or
the
not.
cart before the horse. You get your PVC first.
No, it's very important. to get
Before you
people.
know
said that.
if the election will be credible or not.
not, yes.
Before you even know which candidate. Because PVC will expire sometime this year.
Yeah.
Somebody can come out and decide that I want to run for presidency in January. And you now see that he's credible, but you do not have your
No, it's
PVC.
important to have PVC. I think we all agree.
I
I'm not
wanted to
real
go
sure about
to this Imo states now that they are coming out to say that they even included market women for you to be able to buy things in
Yes,
the
you
market.
can't buy.
If you don't have your PVC, you won't be
no.
allowed. Yes,
You need to
that's
find
what he
another
said.
way.
And I'm worried because naturally our security men are bullies. They do not even know how to handle citizens. So now is an opportunity for them to start extorting money from people. You don't have PVC, they won't let you into the marketplace. This is going to create a room for chaos. So
We
I
must
don't think
understand all
it
the
makes a
excesses
lot
that
of
this
sense.
can bring and all the shortcomings that it can, of course, will suffer. But the underlying message is, go get that PVC. That
Very
right that
important.
allows you to decide
Very important.
Whether
whether
to
this
vote
is the person
or
that
not.
would lead you, so that you, number one, so that you can have an impact. You can choose someone you think is credible. If it is a Showore that you think is credible, no matter what $100 million suit was in his name, do that.
Okay.
Get that right first of all, like Jumoke said, because the PVC precedes every other
electoral process.
So get that.
Yeah.
You get a right to vote. And then the next thing, but the discrimination of people, shortlisting members, job candidates because of no PVC.
Nima, I wanted to come to that.
Wrong.
I have my PVC because I voted in the last election, right? It is inside my cupboard on that key.
Yes, it's important.
Why?
So if I now go for a job interview, I won't have it on me.
You tell them.
So is it based on, do you have it at all, or do you have it on you? That they were discriminated against. If they did not have it at all,
Unfortunately, the tweet did
not say,
Maybe they had said, come along with your PVC and they didn't
for the
show
job.
I know that one Iyaloja did it during the last elections, 2014, 2015, that in this market too, you must carry your card. I think it was PVC and one party card or something. And people were saying that was the discrimination. But at the end of the day, if all of us, and I like the way entertainment, everybody shouting PVC, PVC, if we all know how important it is that you and I, not minding that your vote may be counted as waste, do you understand that you wasted? That's irrelevant. But that all of us are a part of the process, and we also must learn that if everyone who has a PVC comes out for elections, there'll be less room for rigging.
Yes. Yes.
When we come back, we're going to hear the opinion of our audience today. But we'll take a short break. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Your View.
We love our live audience. So Joyce's leadership in the live audience today is dictatorial. She has said, without PVC, no comments. So let's go into the live audience and ask a few questions. Joyce, over to you.
Good morning. Getting your PVC is very good.
Okay.
But that shouldn't be the determinant that whether you will get a job or promotion or not.
Yes.
It's good to get your PVC, but even also going beyond that, it's not just for us to blame the politicians. If you know you are good and you can join the politics.
Okay.
Getting your PVC is you staying at the end when the party has decided whom they want. It's when you are part of the party, you can be part of the primary.
Okay.
So getting PVC is good, but going beyond that.
Getting into the party is better. Okay. So he said getting your PVC is good, join a political party is even better. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Mine is that I have issue with what Okorocha has just said. And thank God I'm not from Imo State. If I were from there, I would sue him seriously. Because, yes, the policy is discriminatory.
Yeah.
Now, the problem here is that, for example, I'm using myself as example. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist church person. On Saturday, I'm in church. And now if you're making such a policy, automatically you're making it to seem as if you're against us. Okay, now let me say, since the issue of voting started, as Seventh-day Adventist church members, we've never been participating. We've been disenfranchised, and we've been talking about it, we've been meeting the government on it, so that they could put it on a neutral day, so we can have opportunity.
So put it on a Monday or a Tuesday?
Exactly, as is done in other countries.
Okay.
There are examples. So
Nigerians are very religious.
So
and
what I'm
it
saying,
divides us rather than unites us.
No.
Because
So
the Muslims will say not on Friday. The Christians will say not on
Sunday.
The
Yeah,
Adventists will now say no
Not on
Saturday.
Saturday.
When will we ever vote? Oh?
You can vote on Monday. So, Uye Ebohan was saying,
I'm highly disappointed in what Governor Okorocha had just said. I mean, a PVC should not be a determinant like what my other audience have said. Then secondly, the protocol in getting PVC is very, very difficult.
Yes.
I mean, they should make it easier, accessible.
Yes.
It shouldn't be something you get tired of getting.
I agree with you.
You know, that's my own contribution.
I totally agree with you. So let's take a few.
that even the process of getting your data captured is tedious. I remember queuing for 2 days, jumping windows in the primary school to get. That was how important it was to me at the time. So if my PVC is also that important to me, I will get it.
Okay.
That's the.
So let's
I have
take
a tweet here. Abi says, Imo State government is only trying to encourage citizens to be involved in the next election outcome.
Yes.
In UK, there is a fine of €1,000 if you don't register on the electoral.
Really? No.
Yes.
Australia.
They said UK here. Then the second person, Andrew iStream, says in Australia, if you don't vote, you'll be fined $1,000. And Australia is more democratic than Nigeria. Then he goes further to say, BC has no right to discuss politics if she doesn't vote. I will vote.
Okay, so we have a phone call from Abuja. Baku has called in. Please join the conversation. How are you today, sir?
I'm fine. Good morning.
So go ahead, sir.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Yeah, good morning. Okay.
Good morning.
Hello.
We can hear. Baku, please go ahead.
Okay, I want to talk about this Dino Melaye issue. It's like policeman from this court. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like policeman from Ogi. It's like they don't have work. Please, if they don't have work, make them go Benue. They are killing people. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
So they're killing people for not Benue side. Every day they are killing people. Let them go and do work there. And after that, it's killing people.
Thank you, Bako.
Thank you, Bako.
So please take tweets.
Yes,
Miriam
was saying, no PVC. Most people have PVCs and still they are jobless. No PVCs, no job, extreme and unconstitutional. And Andrew, okay, you already took Andrew.
So my point from the Okocha part is, as a civil servant, you are a part of the government.
Yes.
To get your PVC.
So if you don't have your PVC, why are you in employment? So I don't believe that they should be harassed. I believe that they should be encouraged. You know the way.
Don't touch their salaries.
Well, if your salary is really important to you, go and get your PVC, right?
God, do you know how long
I don't support it.
That?
I don't support Nigerians having to wait to be harassed to do the right thing all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
they were not. Nobody's taking away their salary. They're suspending the payment till you can present.
Come and collect your salary. Just show your PVC and collect your salary. But the thing is, this governor, like Miriam said, you have been owing a lot of salaries, Are you just looking for excuses
not to pay? Very possible.
So let's take more tweets before we round off. I also wanted to mention on the one of the job seekers. I think that is totally discriminatory. Regardless of, I don't have it on me or I don't even have it at home at all. It's not your business. You are not the governor. You are not the government. You're a private organization trying to employ people. Employ them and then ask them to go and get their PVCs, but don't discriminate
but that's the criteria the owner of the job decides to employ.
And we're saying that is against their constitutional rights.
But you know, from the tweets that BC just read, we see what other governments are doing across the world.
Until we verify that, it's still a claim.
Maybe we should. Merit. So Mary Eustace says everybody should exercise their civic rights by registering to vote, but that should not be a prerequisite for getting a job or not paying salaries like the Imo State government is doing. Why is Imo State always in the news for the wrong reasons? Oyemachi Kajetan says, do Nigerian police think that Nigerians have no brain? How can they say that Dino jumped out of a moving vehicle? They are shameless as a security outfits, which is what is
I have one here. Adebayo says, it may sound harsh, but the government is trying to encourage people to get their PVC to enable them vote. Choose the right person and stop complaining. Else, where people get a fine for not registering to vote.
You see why I can just look at all of you people who are complaining about all sorts of governments. I voted, I made my choice. They told me I wasted my vote, but I knew I was doing the right thing. I didn't have two choices. I had 12 choices, and in my mind, I made the right one, right? Because I had my PVC, I used it, and I waited till they mentioned COA one.
That's great. And I'm going to get my PVC. For everybody harassing me, I'm sorry I've not been voting, I've not gotten my PVC, but I'm going to get on that, and I'll be a true citizen of my country.
So, Liberians, we love you. We enjoy you coming every Wednesday. So we see you again next week, Wednesday. We thank you for joining the show today. We hope you have enjoyed it as much as we have. We'll see you tomorrow morning, right?
Right.
Thanks for staying with us, and have an excellent day ahead. Bye.